Bhagavatam. This is Canto 1, chapter 17, and we had completed till verse 18. So, here what was being mentioned is Parikshit has met the cow and the bull. The cow is Mother Nature, and the bull is Dharma. Now, when he has met them, there is a dialogue going on between these three. So when Parikshit looks at the bull, which is called Dharma, the Dharma is broken. He is standing on his last leg. Don't you think it is something which we also accept that today Dharma is out of the window? In today's day and age, the path of Dharma is not followed by anybody. Very few people are there. And they also are making concessions. And Mother Nature is harassed by everybody. We are in the midst of a war. Everybody wants to loot the earth. They want to destroy the planet. There is so much of pollution. There is so much of exploitation happening. So we are exploiting Mother Nature. So this is where we are today. And King Parikshit is a person who represents Dharma in this world. As a king, his job as a Kshatriya to re-establish the Dharma. So he is talking to this cow and the bull. Is it possible for us to pinpoint who is wrong and who is right in today's day and age? There are two nations fighting with each other. There is a Ukraine and there is Russia. Can you say who is doing wrong? There is no way of knowing. There is Israel and there is another, the Hamas or whatever. And then there was the case of Canada and the United States also, isn't it? Who is right and who is wrong in this case? Can we decide? So in this particular yuga, it is near impossible for human beings to actually decide on who is right and who is wrong. Because understand one thing, Dharma doesn't exist anymore. He is on the last leg. We think the corruption is the way of life. If I want anything, I have to pay bribes. If I want something in this world, I have to do wrong stuff first. See, the thing which we have accepted in our life, think about it. Today, everybody wants to join some courses, isn't it? All these advanced courses. So all these quota classes and all these are going on. We have accepted that is how it is. Right? In a similar manner, today we have accepted the Macaulay system of education in India. The Macaulay system is one which is causing us this misery, but we think that is how it is. We have to accept it. We have subjects which are alien to us, and yet we are supposed to do them. See, the answer lies in this, that even today when I am speaking, am I speaking a foreign language? I am speaking a foreign language. It has become a norm in this world. You want to progress, you need to know English. That is what people say. Right? Now, understand this thing, that the Dharma has broken down to this level. There are countries which are usurping territories like nobody's business. China is saying Arunachal Pradesh belongs to us. See, Tibet belongs to us. Everything, like say for example, even our own territory will not be ours. Your own house that is there will be built on the footpath also. The builder has no qualms of building it over a lake also. Have you seen? They are closing the lakes. Bangalore by itself was a city of lakes and gardens. Okay. People are using mud and covering up these lakes. And this kind of land is taken away. So you can see it has become a norm. And that is where we are going wrong. So let us see what Parikshit says to the bull. So we are starting our satsang today from verse 19. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 17, verse 19. Some of the philosophers who deny all sorts of duality declare that one's own self is responsible for his personal happiness and distress. Others say that superhuman powers are responsible, while yet others say that activity is responsible. And the gross materialists maintain the nature is the ultimate cause. So now think about how many different viewpoints are there. You take any religion for that matter. Every religion will have hundreds of viewpoints. Go and see in the US or in other countries in Europe. How many denominations of Christianity are there? How many churches are there? Each church will have its own way of looking at it. They may have Jesus Christ, the statue over there or whatever. But their way of talking and their way of discussion is different. You take Buddhism also. How many different sects of Buddhisms are there? Japan has its own, China has its own, India has its own, the world has its own. Look at yoga. There are so many different types of yogas in this world. I'm talking about this Hatha Yoga, which is taught by all these great proponents of yoga, so-called. They teach whatever they feel like and they call it yoga. So in our world also, Sanatan Dharma also, there are different denominations. They all teach different stuff. The way in which you learn religion in India, your neighbor will not know what you are doing. I am a Sakta. I am this. I am that. You understand what I am saying? Everything leads to God only, one. But there is no one path there. There is no one way of actually looking at life. No. It's all different. So he says, some philosophers say that there is no duality in this world. There is only one. Somebody says like that. Some others declare that the self is responsible for the personal happiness. So now ask yourself this question. Who is responsible for your happiness? Think about it. You know what you will say? I am responsible for my own happiness is the way I have to look at this world. Some people will say like this. Somebody will say, no, the happiness depends on whether I am lucky or not. Third person will say, if I have a lot of money, I will be happy. Can you understand? These are different ways of looking at it. When I have a lot of money, I will be happy. Somebody will say, when I don't have anything to actually look at, I am completely bereft of all money and property and everything, then I am happy. Can you see how many different ways of looking at the same thing here are? Somebody will say that there is a great God upstairs who is looking down on us. And he gives happiness to few and he gives sadness to some few and distress and problems in other people's lives. So there is only one God and that God is biased in everything. He is giving happiness to some people, he is not giving happiness to me. This is how people will look at it, isn't it? Some person will say, no, this is all aliens. Aliens are responsible for appointing presidents and prime ministers in this world. Okay? The one who is running the US government before was a clone. See? Can you imagine this? And then aliens from some planet are coming and ruling this world. Now they are dressed like human beings. How many conspiracy theories are there in this world? If something happens to you, some person will say, oh, it's my luck, I got this job because I am very lucky. There's another person who will say, no, I really worked very hard, I must have sweated. I have done so much of hard work that I got this job because I studied so much or because I put in efforts. So there is some people say like that. Some others will say, oh, he got it because of influence. Why? His father knows XYZ and that is how he got influence and that's how he got his job. How many ways are there? Too many. Then there is somebody who will say, no, God gave me this job. Are there some people like this in this world? God gave me this job. Sai Baba gave me this job. Krishna gave me this job. I have to go to Baba temple. I have to pray to Baba and say, Baba, thank you very much. You have given me a job. I will come with my next peda box. When I get my first salary, then I will come with my next peda box. When I get my, and then when I get married, I will come. After that, I will come. When I don't have children, I will ask you for children. And then I will come and I will tell you, God, whatever you have done is all wrong. I want a divorce just now. Everything is Baba's doing, okay? So you believe Baba or somebody like this is doing that. And every time you will come and you will say, oh, there is a mantra available to me. By using this mantra, I am going to become very rich in this world. So I will do this mantra. Okay? I know this Kalika mantra, I know this mantra, I got this Tantra education from somebody, I got this. Oh, really? And this is what you think is responsible for getting you what you want. And when the same mantra is responsible for you losing a job, then what happens? I have to practice this mantra quite a lot, I lost my job. Now I have to do double the quantity. Earlier I used to do, maybe, 500 malas. Now I will do 1000 malas. Then I will get a better job. So better job comes when you do 1000 malas. But by doing 1000 malas, you will lose all the money also that you have. Then what happens? Maybe this God is not helping me. Maybe I should join Christianity. Maybe Jesus Christ will help me. We are such petty human beings. We are given to all these kind of different ways of looking at this same thing. Others say superhuman powers are responsible, while others say the activity is responsible. I did the work. I did. And the gross materialists maintain that the nature is the ultimate cause. Nature gave me. Okay. There are also some thinkers, next verse 20, who believe that no one can ascertain the cause or distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express it by words. O sage among kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. And then there are some great people in this world. Their way of thinking about it is what? You should not get involved in all these things. Why? Unnecessary. Why you want to get into trouble? Don't. You just stay out of it. Be calm. Whatever is happening is happening. And there is no way of actually ascertaining how this happened. I don't think any God is responsible. Why is God not responsible? What is this nonsense God that you are talking about? There is no God there, okay? It had to happen, it happened. People are born and they die. It is anyway a common thing, isn't it? No God comes and kills anybody. See? So the atheistic belief is like this. They don't believe in anything. They say, oh, this fellow got cancer, that is why he died. Why should God be involved in that cancer? Huh? He was smoking too much, so naturally he is going to die. Which God is going to come and tell him that? And then there are the agnostics also. They will say, what am I to do? I don't give a damn. You understand? I have got to think about my own food and everything. Why do I need to bother so much about whether some God is there or not there? What? Yeah, I believe in some superpower. There must be something. Something I don't understand. There is some superpower. Agnostics are like that. But you see, I have to investigate it first. Why does sugar taste sweet? I don't know, but I have to investigate it first. But does it taste sweet? Yeah. It tastes sweet. Okay. And sugar-free also tastes sweet. Everything tastes sweet. See? Sugar also tastes sweet and sugar-free also tastes sweet. I don't know why. I have to find out. First I will question everything. So they want to question. So there are those kind of idiots also in this world who have this philosophy that, oh, it's okay, I don't care. There may be God, there may not be God. Why do I need to bother? I've got a lot of other things to think of. I've got my income tax. By the way, income tax has told me, now you can file your income tax by 15th of September. I'll still wait for it. So they talk like this. So they don't have the argumentation and all. No, why should I? Stupid people they are. You can't argue with all these believers, They'll keep on telling me, oh, this God did this, that God did this. They don't have any proof also. Have they seen God? No. Do they have proof? No. And they believe in all this crap which they see in YouTube and everywhere. Of course, there are people who are like this also. You think they are not there? So, if you are a great king, then you have to judge for yourself whether you understand this. So, if you are a smart person, isn't it your job to actually look at all these things properly? So now we'll understand what the king is going to say. So verse 21, Sutta Goswami said, O best among Brahmanas, the Emperor Parikshit, thus hearing Dharma speak, was fully satisfied and without mistake or regret, he gave his reply. So King Parikshit is listening to all that the bull was talking about. He listened to everything that he said. Yeah. Okay, I listened. I'm listening. He listened to everything and then he said, okay, fine, I will give you my opinion on it. See, today's day and age, we don't have kings. The reason we don't have kings is because everybody wants to interrupt. Nobody wants to listen to the whole story. We like to interrupt a person before he started talking also. He opens a mouth, the other person is going to interrupt. And then that person is egoistic to the point that they want to prove their point is right. But if you are a great person, if you know that, you have intelligence, first learn to listen to others. Whether you are going to refute that statement or whether you are going to agree with the statement is a secondary thing. Can you listen before you give your judgment and your opinions? Nobody wants your opinions. Because this person who is talking about it has his own opinion. You have your own opinion. The whole world has their own opinion. So why are you so much bothered about somebody else's? Let them talk. So you have to allow the other person to talk. So the bull is talking and Parikshit was listening to everything. And now he says, now I will speak. The king said, verse 22, O you who are the form of a bull, You know the truth of religion and you are speaking according to the principle that the destination intended for the perpetrator of the religious act is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. You are no other than the personality of religion, that is Dharma himself. Did you listen to what I said earlier? Whichever path you want to follow, there are hundreds of paths. There are Vaishnavas, there are Saktas, there are these, there are that in our Sanatan Dharma itself. Advaita Vedantists and then Dvaitists and God knows so many of them. In Christianity also there are so many of them. In Islam also there are so many of them. Okay, in every religion there are so many. In Buddhism there are so many paths you can't even count them. We also, too many paths are there. But if you are a smart person, you know that the truth is only one. The truth is only one. But the truth is called by different names by different people because of their human nature. Their way of looking at the same truth by using their mind and the senses and his bodies, isn't it? Think about it. I give you water. You know water. A scientist will look at water and he will say, it contains H2O. It's a H2O. Really? Okay, H2O. If you look at one person, he will, if he is a Bengali, he will say jol khabe. So for Bengali it is jol. For Marathi Manus it is pani. Pani pitos ka. Okay? You understand? It is some other thing. So everybody has the same way of interpreting based on that person's taste, isn't it? His religion, whether he is a man or a woman, which caste they are, what they are, all kinds of things will come into the picture. Their eyes are giving one example, their ears are saying something else, their mouth is saying something else, they are smelling also something else. So the one person who is that, he looks at the water and he says, oh, there is some dirty smell coming from the water. So he is identifying the smell. Water is what we have to identify. But everybody is identifying what? Qualities of that. You understand what are qualities? Every human being is a part of the soul, correct? Yes, agreed or no? But how do we look at every individual? He's a man, he's a woman, and maybe he's the whatever, LGBTQ, ABCD, XYZ. Okay, we like to identify like that. Then they will say one more thing. Oh, he is black, he's dark, he's fair, he's yellow, he's God knows, fair, God knows. How many different things we will say. Then we will look at the eyes and say, oh, he's got black eyes, he's got brown eyes, he's got green eyes, he's got... Really? Are we identifying the soul? No. We are identifying what we see. Alright? This is the problem everybody faces. We actually do not go to the depth of it. We want to only give what we see, touch, feel, experience. We make judgments about people. This one is good, this one is bad. Good mango, bad mango. Sweet mango, non-sweet mango. Okay? So, do you get mangoes in USA? Yeah, we ate mangoes. But one box of mango, 12 mangoes, They cost $200. Bala, $200 for what? 12 mangoes. Yeah, and when we opened them, 4 of them were spoiled. So now 4 have gone from 12 means what? How many are left? 8. $200 for 8 mangoes? We can buy an entire garden for that. That is how you will say. I mean, is that correct or wrong? And by the way, those mangoes, they are said it is Alfonso mango. I don't know which Alfonso they are talking about. Because no smell also. You got it or no? Now do you understand the whole point of this? We always qualify our sentence. Qualify. Somebody is good, somebody is bad. Somebody is yellow, somebody is red. Somebody is smelling nice, somebody is not smelling nice. See? Got the point? So he says, everybody is going in different directions for this purpose. But you, who is Dharma himself, knows the truth, isn't it? Thus it is concluded that the Lord's energies are inconceivable. No one can estimate them by mental speculation or by the word jugglery. So in this world, how many people are there who can actually understand the truth? The truth is tainted in their own way by every individual from his own point of view. So you meet one person, he will say, I know the truth better than you. Somebody else will say, I know it still better than this person. Every person has his own viewpoint. So Parikshit understands in this way. He says, Lord's energies are inconceivable. There are too many things going on in this world. And because of which every person has got his own viewpoint of the same truth. Got it? So what is God? My God has got one big tusk, coming out from his nose. Okay? And he has got one trunk also. Somebody will say, how can your God be an elephant, man? Okay? My God is like a cat, Really? I am an Egyptian, walk like an Egyptian. Somebody will say, I fail to understand how your big God can climb on top of a mouse and go on top of it. It's very difficult for me to visualize that. Would you visualize that? Ganesha going on his mushak? I mean, it's impossible, It's really very difficult for anybody to actually visualize this whole concept. My God is a fish. Your God is a fish? How can that be? So, do you understand? God too takes inconceivable forms. You can find God in anything. Simple question you can ask yourself. Humans have human type of gods only or no? So if it is a Christian, will he have a human looking God or no? Right? Now, if he is a Hindu, will he have a human looking God or no? Yeah, he decorates the God with all kinds of things. That's a different story. But he has a human looking God. You ask anybody, they say the same thing. Now, ask the ant. Mr. Ant, what kind of God do you pray to? You think the ant is going to tell you, I have a God who is human looking? You ask a lion, Mr. Lion King, what is your God look like? Oh, he looks like a lion, If you ask a dog, what does your God look like? He's a very fierce one. He is very big dog. So now common sense will tell you that everybody's way of point of looking at it is all different only. We start believing in what we look at, what we think. Oh, this is my God is human being only. He looks like a human being. Why? Can he come with one antenna sticking out of his head and all that? Can he not do that? My God can be like that also. Why does he have to be your way of thinking, So here, and that is why it is impossible to actually pinpoint it. So the truth is actually not understood by anybody. So, we go to the next verse 24. In the age of Satya, which is a truthfulness, your 4 legs were established by 4 principles of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. But it appears that the 3 of your legs are broken due to rampant irreligion in the form of pride, lust for woman, and intoxication. Okay? So, what is he saying? In your first yuga, Satyuga, which is Krita, you had 4 legs. Whom is he talking to? The bull. Dharma. So Dharma had 4 legs. What were the 4 legs? Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. Now he has only 1 leg. Which one should we chop off? I want you to think about it. Are people austere today? There is no austerity in this. Even if they go to the temple or the church or whichever place, they will first think of, can I buy the cheapest flowers over there? I give this example. Let us try to understand some other example. See, austerity comes from, when I went to this place, I was told that if you do this puja, you will get this. Your father will go to heaven. If you don't do this puja, your father will go to hell. Really? What, that puja is some magic mantra or what? All the foreigners, they don't even know this puja. So by doing some puja, some part, some mantra, shantra and all that, some people are going to go to heaven because of that. That means 99.9% of the people are not going to heaven. What, some special airline or what? Trump airline? Only few people can go with him? What are you talking about? So this idea that there is some special thing available over there is all wrong. So austerity went out of the window. Now let us look at cleanliness. I want to ask you, have you ever seen a person who is called CLEAN? I challenge you to pick up the underwear of your husband or your wife. That fellow or that woman is so dirty to the core, you don't even want to touch their dirty clothes. First and foremost, they don't wash it for eons. They are just, it's like college, you've seen college. When you are staying in a college hostel, you will have 4 shirts hanging over there, and then it is never washed for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. So you will take one, you will smell the, these underarms and say, whether it is smelling or no. Oh, this time it is less smelling. I will wear this and go. Human beings who have stayed in hostel, they bring their habits in their life when they get married and settle down. Cleanliness. Forget about cleanliness. They can't be clean. Their bodies themselves are not clean. People find it very difficult to take bath. Where the school where I used to go to, The only day I could actually smell very good smells, during my time, the perfumes that were available were called Intimate. I don't know whether you know. There was a perfume called Intimate, some door, some two, three of them. And the boys and men would have this Brut, Brut, and then they would have these aftershave lotions, what is it called? Old Spice and all that they used to have. And then something else came, Aqua Velva and all that. You could actually smell people putting so much of that, smelly stuff. And even before that, there was something which is called eau de cologne. Eau de cologne. You could smell the whole church used to smell of that. And during the course of the week, not a single day they would take bath. They would spray and come to school. I had to ask my friends, why are you not taking bath? Who is going to take bath? I have to get up early and come to school. So when you go back home, you don't want to, no, I have to go out and play. So when are you going to take bath? No, evening time, then I have to have dinner and go to sleep. We didn't have TV. Okay, on my time there was no TV. So because there was no TV, the only thing we will do is play games outside. So people were like this. Cleanliness. If I didn't have a bath at 6 a.m. in the morning, my mother would have kicked my ass. She will put cold water on my face, on my head, and then she'll say, "Ja, angoli la ja." So the thought was like that. People don't take bath. They will just use the same clothes over and over. They don't feel dirty at all. Actually, we should keep a laboratory next to their, houses to actually show them how many germs are there when you have worn once, twice, thrice, 4 times. So cleanliness went out of the window. This is terrible. And then the third one, which is called mercy. Nobody is merciful. So whether mercy is there or not there, I don't know. We will wait and see. And then the last one is truthfulness. I really don't know. The only yuga of truthfulness was Satyuga. After that, truthfulness went out first, I think. Because in the second yuga, there were liars aplenty. And today everybody is a liar. Why? They will tell you lies at the drop of hat. That phrase drop of hat is a very strange one. It means instantly, instant. Are you hungry? No, I've eaten. Would you like this? Yeah, I don't mind. Then were you hungry or have you eaten? What exactly is wrong with you? No, there is no way of knowing. People really don't have any idea about truthfulness because, by the way, the word truthfulness went out long ago, has left. So all these legs are broken. Even the last leg also, I think he is having a artificial leg or something like that. The bull with artificial leg, Dharma. So it appears that 3 legs of yours are broken due to rampant irreligion in the form of pride. Well, of course, pride is there, no? Ask anybody in this world any question. It is always punctuated, but I tell you, I am very good at it. I am very nice. I am very kind to people. They are not kind. They are bad people. I don't do anything wrong. They all do wrong. Really? So, this clapping with 2 hands, clapping with 2 hands. Does anybody know what it means? Have you ever heard the clap with single hand? No, but you are very good, the other person is bad. You are equally responsible. But you don't want to take the responsibility because you have your pride, you know. I am highly educated, I am very good, I did this, I am always. How many certificates you want to prove? I got certificate from my CEO saying that you are the best employee of the year. Really? Yesterday, Roger Binney issued one letter. You know, there is one player called Roger Binney. He has issued one letter. He is a BCCI chairman or something like that. He has issued a letter to Mr. Virat Kohli. He is the best person. He is very, very good. He played from this year to this year. His character is very good. He has given a character certificate to Virat Kohli. You also can get so many character certificates from all your bosses. Doesn't matter. All that is fake. So nobody cares. With that, all the certificates that you may get from your whichever place, including your degree, cannot be used even as a toilet paper. See, toilet paper is at least soft, your degree is hard. Recycled paper, no? So, all this is all bullshit and nonsense. So don't fall for it. Everybody is proud. Even the person who says, I am the worst person on earth, nobody cares for me, everybody treats me badly, I have so much wrong I have done in my life. And you look at that person and you say, oh, this person doesn't have any pride. Really, the 4 sentences that I said were punctuated by I. I am the worst person. I am treated badly. The pride of being the worst person is there, no? You know, you can either be the top or you can be the worst in the bottom. So you are proud that you are the worst person on earth. And that pride cannot be taken away from you. So those who come and talk to me that, this person did that, that person did that, I listen to everybody. I don't have any pride in me. I am worst person. Everybody treats me badly. Yes. You've got one big fat ego sitting in front of me. And you think that is not ego? That is ego. That is pride. Now he is given lust for woman. Lust for woman, please kindly understand, it is not just lust for woman. Now, today's day and age, I don't know about all this lust for woman. It can be also. Because, today all that grey area has come. Nobody knows what to do, whom to do what to. The worst part of it all is human beings, they don't care. There was this girl from some website. She is proud to say that she has slept with 1,000 people in one day. 1,000 people? What the hell are you doing? So lust is there. No, I am not lusty. I am very good. Then I meet some people, they will say, I don't have any relations with my wife. Or the wife will say, we have never had any relations for a very long time. Really? I got to put one CCTV camera. That mind of yours is always talking of relationships. Do you know that or you don't know that? Your mind is full of lust all the time, 24/7. No, I don't think of all this. Really? Do you remember the previous line? Truth went out of the window during the first yuga only. Now there is no truth. So whoever comes and talks like this, at least one person had the guts to come and tell me, Guruji, I watch porn for 4 hours every day. At least I feel happy that person is acknowledging it. But here are people who are, in our Hindi we say, peda khake eda bannega. Means what? After eating everything, you'll still say, I don't know, nothing happened. Lust for woman and intoxication. I am a teetotaler. You see, when we look at intoxication, the word intoxicate, I used to get very confused in the past. The word intoxication, what it actually meant. I thought drinking is the only way in which you get intoxicated. This is how, as a young person, I used to think. And then I did one project with one company. And in that project, I realized that there are thousands of young people, young children in the age group of anywhere between 6, 8, 10, 12, like that. They used to sit along the railway lines in Mumbai. And they would all have, you know what cotton waste is? Cotton waste. You know the threads from the cotton, they are all like this. So they would have cotton waste, and there was a product called Erasex. They would smell it. And these children would get intoxicated with that smell. That time a bottle of Erasex. Erasex means the one which you use when you have typing, when you used to do typing and you want to do remove that thing, you use the whitener. That whitener was there. So they would use that liquid in that for inhalation, so that they get intoxicated. It is then I understood that it is the word intoxication doesn't only mean, just drinking or smoking or something. It means everything in this world that intoxicates you. It takes your mind away from logical thinking. It could be anything. I had one person working with me. Every morning when he used to come to work, he will tell me something very strange. He says, "दो जन को जलाया." Someday he will say, "अभी तक 5 हो गए हैं." And I used to wonder, what is he talking about? 2 people were burnt, 5 people went away, like this, And then I realized my office was next to a crematorium. It was next to a crematorium. And this man used to get intoxicated with the smell of burning bodies. I used to sit with my cabin closed because I can't bear that smell. So this man used to sit out there, and he would tell me exactly when the burning started and when it ended, because he had a very nice nose for that. And then I realized that this guy gets intoxicated with the smell of burning flesh. What kind of an idiot a person can be? So intoxication is that. You can get carried away by some stupid stuff also. People get carried away. Intoxication can happen with anything. Why do people smell other people's clothes? It's because of that. And it's such a common thing with human beings. They will deny it. Everybody will deny it. But this is how it works. So these are the things which have taken away because of this irreligion has come into the picture. So we have come to the end of verse 24 and we will stop over here for today.